Imagine walking into your kitchen right now and discovering that something you likely had this morning is quietly working against two of your body's most vital organs. I've spent my career in nephrology watching patients suffer the consequences of this everyday toxin damage that could have been prevented. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what's happening in your body, and I won't use medical jargon to do it. I'll talk to you the way I talk to people sitting across from me in my office. You'll understand what this poison is, why it's so dangerous, and most importantly, how to protect yourself before irreversible damage occurs. Stay with me to discover the truth that could change everything. Thank you for investing your time in this. As a nephrologist, I'm driven by prevention just as much as treatment. One of the hardest parts of my profession is witnessing preventable kidney disease in otherwise vibrant people. Their question is always the same. How did I not know? The tragedy is that they were never given a straight answer about the daily habits destroying their health. Your kidneys are remarkable. Think of them as your body's most sophisticated purification system, operating continuously without ever stopping. They filter your entire blood supply every single day, removing waste and excess fluid your body doesn't need. That's just the beginning. These organs regulate blood pressure, stimulate red blood cell production to prevent anemia, and maintain bone strength. Everything else depends on them working properly. But here's the problem. Kidney disease is silent. No warning bells go off, no sharp pain signals trouble. Chronic kidney disease sneaks in quietly over years, and by the time you feel anything, swelling in your legs, relentless tiredness, muscle cramps, the harm can be extensive, even permanent. I've had patients come to me frightened and confused, facing dialysis, and that question haunts the conversation. Why didn't anyone warn me clearly? The answer is that no one explained in plain language what everyday habits were silently damaging their health. That changes today. Before we discuss the specific threats, you need to understand why aging makes us more vulnerable to these dangers. Your kidneys age just like everything else in your body. Their filtering capacity gradually decreases with each passing year. Imagine an engine from an old car. It still runs, but it's not as powerful. Now picture someone putting inferior fuel in that engine and demanding it climb steep hills every day. It won't last long. Many of us do exactly that to our kidneys without realizing it. Over decades, we've exposed them to damaging substances that seemed harmless in youth, but left small marks that accumulated. Those marks are what eventually lead to kidney failure. Additionally, as we get older, hypertension and type 2 diabetes become more likely. These two conditions are the leading causes of chronic kidney disease worldwide. They're like persistent hammers striking the delicate structure of your kidneys. Anything that triggers or worsens these diseases is a direct threat to kidney health. I've prepared a list of 4 major kidney attackers, ordered from least to most dangerous. We'll work through them systematically until we reach the one I consider the primary culprit, the most harmful, most addictive, and most widespread poison of all. Now, before we dive into that list, I want to mention something. The information you're hearing today is exactly what my patients ask me about constantly. I've compiled everything I tell people in my practice into a guide called The After 60 Protocol: Live Longer and Stronger Past 60. It addresses 28 critical health areas that shift as we age: your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your cognitive function, your stability and balance. Thousands of people are already using it to take control of their health, and I've seen it help countless readers thrive well into their later years. If you want that resource, the link is in the description and pinned in the comments for whenever you're ready. Now let's move forward. Poison number 4 is something you don't eat or drink. It's something you don't do. I'm talking about physical inactivity, prolonged sitting, hours in front of screens or on the couch. You might wonder what sitting has to do with your kidneys. The answer: everything. Your kidneys need robust, continuous blood circulation to perform their function. Picture a river flowing strongly, carrying debris downstream, staying fresh. Now picture stagnant water in a pond. Sediment builds up, things decay, toxins accumulate. Your circulatory system should flow like that river. Movement causes your heart to pump vigorously, sending blood surging through your entire body and into the millions of filtration units in your kidneys. That vigorous circulation gives your kidneys the power to cleanse your system effectively. But when you sit for hours, everything slows down. Blood flow becomes sluggish, like that stagnant pond. This creates perfect conditions for kidney disease's worst allies: obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Sitting without moving prevents your body from processing blood sugar correctly, leading to insulin resistance and eventually diabetes. Lack of activity promotes weight gain, which forces your heart to work harder and drives up your blood pressure. Every additional pound is extra stress on your kidneys. The solution is straightforward: move. You don't need to become an elite athlete overnight. The remedy is simple and available to everyone. First, interrupt long sitting sessions. If you're desk-bound or spend extended time sitting, set an hourly phone alert. When it goes off, stand up, walk around, get water, stretch. That simple action alone restarts your circulation. Next, add a daily walking routine. It doesn't have to be ambitious. Start with a 10-minute neighborhood walk. Next week, make it 15 minutes. What matters is regularity, not intensity. Walking strengthens your heart, improves blood sugar control, protects your bones, and ensures healthy blood flow to your kidneys. If mobility challenges exist, chair-based movement works too. Arm circles, leg lifts, ankle rotations, everything counts. Any activity beats inactivity. Remember the river flowing strong. Every step you take sends revitalizing blood to your kidneys. Poison number 3 hides in medicine cabinets everywhere. It's that tablet you swallow without hesitation when your head throbs, your back aches, or arthritis flares. I'm talking about non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs. Ibuprofen, naproxen, diclofenac, everyone knows these names. Millions use them believing they're safe because they don't require prescriptions. That's the dangerous misconception. While they're excellent pain relievers, regular use, chronic use, or high doses can devastate your kidneys, particularly in older adults. Here's how it works in simple terms. Your kidneys need specific hormones called prostaglandins that keep kidney arteries relaxed and open so blood flows freely. NSAIDs work by blocking these prostaglandins to relieve pain throughout your body, but they can't distinguish which prostaglandins to block. They shut down the ones protecting your kidneys too. The result is that kidney arteries constrict, narrowing, and blood flow to your kidneys drops sharply. It's like kinking the hose while watering plants. Water never reaches them, so they wither. The same happens to your kidneys. The real danger is gradual, hidden damage. Taking these pills daily for persistent pain like arthritis is like kinking and releasing that hose repeatedly. Over time, kidney filters become damaged, develop scar tissue, and stop working. It's a slow process with no warning symptoms until it's far too late. The solution is respecting both your pain and the medication. Don't just endure pain silently. Quality of life matters, but be intelligent and consult a professional. Never regularly self-treat with NSAIDs. If pain persists beyond a few days, don't reach for more pills. See a doctor to identify what's actually wrong. You're not silencing an alarm, you're finding the fire. Second, be transparent with your healthcare provider. Mention everything you take, including over-the-counter products, supplements, and herbal remedies. Many cold medications and sleep aids hide NSAIDs in their formulas. Third, explore alternatives for occasional discomfort. Acetaminophen is typically safer for your kidneys when dosed correctly. Physical therapy, heat therapy, cold therapy, and stretching can be remarkably effective and reduce your reliance on pills. Here's the golden rule. NSAIDs are potent. Using them occasionally is acceptable. Depending on them daily without professional guidance is like gambling with your kidney function. Poison number 2 is perhaps the most overlooked threat. It fills kitchens worldwide. I'm referring to salt, more specifically sodium. Many people tell me, "Doctor, I barely touch the salt shaker." That's the misunderstanding right there. The real problem isn't what you add, it's the massive sodium content hiding inside packaged foods. Research shows over 75% of our sodium comes from processed products, not our salt shakers. It's in bread, deli meats, cheese, canned soup, jarred sauces, frozen dinners, nearly everything in packaging. Manufacturers add it to extend shelf life and enhance flavor. It's an invisible invader. Why is this so damaging? Your body does require a small amount of sodium to function, but when you exceed that, the balance breaks. Your body retains water to dilute excess sodium, triggering thirst, and tells your kidneys to hold on to every drop. Blood volume in your arteries increases, pressure inside them climbs rapidly. That's nothing short of hypertension. High blood pressure ranks as the second leading cause of kidney failure. Your kidney filters consist of delicate, microscopic blood vessels. Picture trying to clean fine silk fabric with a fire department's hose at full blast. You'd shred it to pieces. That's what persistent hypertension does to your kidneys. Day after day, it inflames them, scars them, and destroys them in a vicious cycle. The solution requires becoming a detective with food labels. Protecting yourself from this poison means shifting how you think about eating. It's not about bland meals, it's about eating strategically. Your greatest asset is learning to read nutrition labels. Flip packages over and search for sodium content. You'll be stunned at the sodium levels in foods that taste nothing like salt, certain cereals, some crackers. Guidelines suggest staying under 2,000 to 2,300 milligrams daily. If you already have high blood pressure, aim for 1,500 milligrams. Strategy 2, prepare more meals at home. You control everything when you cook. Strategy 3, rediscover natural seasoning. Herbs and spices open up unlimited flavor possibilities. Garlic, onion, black pepper, oregano, rosemary, turmeric, cumin, smoked paprika, fresh lemon, and vinegar add incredible taste with zero sodium. One final tip, rinse canned vegetables thoroughly under running water. This simple action eliminates much of the added sodium. In mere weeks, your taste receptors reset and you'll notice how foods actually taste. It's liberating. We arrive at the worst poison. We've addressed inactivity, NSAIDs, and excessive salt, all serious threats. But now I present what I genuinely believe is the number one culprit. The unchallenged king of silent destruction, the most habit-forming, the most abundant in our food supply, and the most damaging overall. This poison isn't some exotic chemical. It's something we connect with celebration, reward, affection. I'm talking about sugar and its constant companion, refined carbohydrates. That white powder, sweets, sugary beverages, and also white bread, regular pasta, cookies. In my practice, this combination is the leading driver of diabetes, becoming the number one reason people need kidney dialysis worldwide. I see this pathway repeatedly in my office. It's how patients end up on machines filtering blood that their organs can no longer process. Why am I so convinced about this? Because sugar and refined starches, which your body transforms into sugar within minutes, don't strike once. They launch a coordinated assault from every direction. The first attack straight toward diabetes. Diabetes causes more kidney failure than anything else, and excessive sugar and refined carbohydrate consumption creates type 2 diabetes. When you consume them, glucose floods your bloodstream in a surge. Your pancreas overreacts, pumping out insulin to manage it. Repeat this daily, and your cells stop listening to insulin signals. Glucose stays elevated in your blood. That's how type 2 diabetes begins. Once blood sugar climbs chronically, kidney damage accelerates. Sugar essentially hardens kidney filters, making them rigid and non-functional. This process, called diabetic nephropathy, is the fastest pathway to dialysis. The second attack, elevated blood pressure. We once blamed salt alone for high blood pressure, but now science shows sugar is equally damaging or worse. A diet loaded with sugar pushes blood pressure upward. Even with salt restriction, sugar continues hammering your kidneys. The third attack, chronic inflammation throughout your body. Sugar acts as fire in your system. It triggers persistent, low-level inflammation that scars blood vessel walls everywhere, including those feeding your kidneys. The fourth attack, excess weight and fatty liver. Sugar your body doesn't immediately use transforms into fat. That fat stores as obesity, another kidney risk factor, and accumulates in your liver, creating fatty liver disease, a metabolic disruptor that injures kidney function. That's the complete attack. This is why I rank it as poison number 1. The solution is reclaiming power over your choices. The encouraging news, we can beat this threat. Knowledge is the key. First, learn that sugar disguises itself. High fructose corn syrup, dextrose, sucrose, maltose, different names for the same poison. Second, eliminate obvious sources. Soft drinks, commercial juices, iced tea beverages, anything liquid and sweet. A single serving can contain over 10 spoonfuls of sugar. Replace them with plain water, sparkling water with fresh lemon or herbal tea. This single change might be the most impactful adjustment you make. Third, be skeptical of low-fat items. When manufacturers remove fat, they compensate by dumping in sugar, so the product tastes like something worth eating. Opt for full-fat versions instead. Plain yogurt instead of flavored yogurt, then add fresh fruit yourself. Fourth, substitute white flour with whole grains. Authentic whole grain bread, brown rice, steel-cut oats. The fiber they contain slows sugar absorption into your blood. Finally, center your nutrition around real whole foods. Produce, vegetables, beans, poultry, seafood, eggs, seeds. When your diet consists mostly of unprocessed foods, sugar and refined products almost vanish automatically. Freeing yourself from sugar's hold represents your strongest defense for your kidneys. We've traveled through significant territory today. We've exposed 4 devastating poisons threatening your kidneys. Number 4, a lifestyle lacking movement that slows your circulation. Number 3, pain medications that can restrict kidney blood flow. Number 2, hidden salt that spikes your blood pressure. And number 1, sugar and refined grain products that wage total warfare on your body. You may feel somewhat overwhelmed right now, but that's not my intention. I'm here to strengthen you, not frighten you. Truth, even when it's uncomfortable, is what empowers us to choose differently. Kidney disease doesn't have to be written into your future. Each of these poisons remains completely within your control. You decide whether to stand up from that chair. You decide whether to schedule a doctor's appointment. You decide whether to check nutrition labels. You decide whether to pick water instead of that soda bottle. This isn't about overhauling everything immediately. It's about making one small change today and another tomorrow. Every small victory counts. Every home-prepared meal, every stroll outdoors adds another layer of defense around your kidneys. You hold the power to rewrite your health story. If today's information has shifted how you see things, please do something crucial. Share this with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Information that saves lives needs to travel. And if you want to keep getting straightforward, actionable guidance on protecting your health, subscribe and enable notifications. I'd genuinely like to hear from you. Drop a comment below describing what surprised you most. What did you learn here that you're prepared to change? I read the comments and appreciate this community deeply. Thank you for being here. Thank you for prioritizing your well-being. What matters most? Your kidneys work constantly, filtering every second. Give back through intentional, informed decisions. Protect your kidneys. Protect your life. See you next time.